I just do a fucking dead cockroach.
That's an earwig. They climb in your ear and...
Okay, why is there a dead...
I don't know, I just got here. We have fucking illegal orders, whatever. But since the fucking...
Just think Revenge of Khan.
Lock the border down. Don't fucking do that!
You guys wonder why I tune in.
Please remember, the views and opinions expressed by this show or any other show on DV Radio and its guests are strictly those of said individuals and do not reflect those of the DV Radio staff nor the staff of dysfunctional veterans.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Strap yourself in,
Because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
attention everyone.
You're tuned in live.
DV Radio.
Online and on the go on your mobile device.
Listeners' discretion is advised.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to
Hey, you're listening to DV Radio with the old guy. I see Bo, who never leaves his couch for some reason. Google and Recall, and I don't know where Marquis at.
I was going to say he probably went to Kruger.
The little garlic sauce is delicious. You alt-right neo-Nazi bastards better stop it right now.
If you use the cheap sauce, it don't taste good.
It tastes like ass.
And I've got an important message.
Joe Junkie and Carrie Crack are perfectly fine for Tombstone.
Well, Carrie Crack is perfectly fine. She did in New Zealand. I would have sex with Brad Pitt.
How can you even read that with a straight face? Well, I've heard that many like short and tuna can girth, so I'm winning in that round apparently.
You're tuned in to WDVR on DVRadio.net or by searching DV Radio on your TuneIn app on your favorite mobile device.
Because this is how it is on DV Radio.
That is how it is right here on Barracks Talk Live, WDVR, DVRadio.net. I'm Boner Wood. You can hear DV6 sipping his coffee because he's a dickhead. We got Recoil, Tin Man from our DV mods is somewhere out in the abyss. Marquis Davis, well, he's shining his pole. Google's taking a shower. And we've got a special guest host, DV Oink, one of our DV listeners that gives to DV Radio once a month. What you can do at dvradio.net by clicking the donate button. So, how's everybody doing? DV6?
Hey! How you doing?
I'm out motherfucking standing.
Out motherfucking standing.
I am fantastic.
I take that back. I'm out motherfucking sitting.
Out motherfucking lounging.
Out motherfucking lounging! I got word today on the way back that all you DVs had met Jennifer Prater's goal of 9K on the fundraiser, and I just walked in and refreshed it, and it's showing 83.69. Did somebody take taxes out or something?
But must be a new tax tariff through Facebook.
She was like, we hit 9K today. I'm like, that's great. But I don't know, maybe she's not looking at, why wouldn't she look? Anyhow, I'm DV6, that's Boner, and we have Recall, and I'm going to repeat everything that Bo said. We got the guy that donates on tonight, because I'm not going to make it through the whole show, but Google will be back in a minute. Also, I got to meet one of the people that helps run the Salty Soldier page. Did you know that they were in the military?
Oh my God.
Were they? What were they? Special
ops? Have you ever
ops?
done that to somebody you know? Like you're at a group or a thing and they're wearing a hat that says like, U.S. Army, Navy, whatever. And you might have known them forever and you fuck them up and go, I like your hat. You're like, yeah, you were in the Army? And just a look of like, right. I've known you for 10 years. You know, yeah, I fuck with you. Yeah.
Do you know my cousin's friend's brother's sister? He was in the Army.
No,
that
I know
shit right.
Fuck.
That shit right there. My aunt does that to me all the time. Well, he was in the National Guard. Okay, you know how many motherfuckers are in the National fucking Guard in North Carolina? God damn it.
Hey, so let's say something. I've been on the road all day today. I had obligations, as an uncle to be a birthday party and a soccer game. And then I went out and did some DV stuff, like meeting people that support the farm, like the guy that's going to supply some horses over the winter. And then I ran out to the Salty Soldier, one of the guys that lives out here in down in Massachusetts. So, been a busy day, but this whole week has been nothing but ups and downs. When I mean ups and downs, I mean, like, it's been an awesome week with the birthday fundraisers that you guys are doing, to the stuff that's been happening with DV Radio, the fucking kick-ass products that have been offering on the fucking dildo. We're going to talk about there's rumors that I robbed a Navy Connex because we keep offering free dildos, to all the tragedies that happened this week within the DV community. So some of the stuff I'm not going to talk about because of, I want to protect the privacy of individuals. But if I had been my old self, none of the good stuff would have happened. I would have focused on the negative, and I wouldn't be on tonight because I'm going, off the grid for a couple days because I feel bad for myself. I can't take it, and I'm going to go get drunk. But I can't because there's so much. But I compartmentalize it, and I stuff that shit, and people go, "How you doing?" I tell them I'm fine, and it works. Everybody remembers what FINE stands for. Jim, recoil, you know what FINE stands for, right?
Honestly, I fucking forget.
All right, going down the line. Who do we have? Is it Oink? Oink,
Yeah.
You fucking pig. Oink, do you know what FINE stands for?
I'm sure there's an acronym out there for.
That's right. So you know how like you go out, you can tell something's wrong. You go, hey, asshole, how you doing? I'm fine. FINE stands for fucked up, insecure, neurotic, and explosive. Or emotional, whatever. So remember that. Well, next time you hear that word "fine," stop for a minute, check on your butt. In all seriousness, you hear that out of a vet, I'm fine. And the more they're like, "Fine," the worse it is. So, it's that true. All right, but anyhow, the farm update, real quick and dirty. You guys, we haven't gotten the barn up, and I had said, like I said a couple weeks ago, I'm done with this horse shit. We don't have horse shit here. I want horses here. It's the last phase of the program that I want on site, and it's the equine piece. So we worked with a company out of Connecticut, and we have a Quonset type structure. It's been shipped. It'll be here any day now. It's 100 feet long, 19 feet high, about 30 feet wide. We got to put it together. I will be talking about that more later this week. I'll put a call out on the pages and stuff about volunteers. But we're going to erect it, and then we're going to build stalls on one end, 4 horse stalls. We have 2 horses now. And it'll allow us to have the horses now, an indoor riding arena, a hay loft so we can store a lot of this crap we're going to need, like shavings and blah, blah, blah. And now we can back off of trying to get the state to give us that fucking approval for the barn and get real big blueprints from this company that's helping us. They're donating their time, and one of these architectural firms. Because you need a stamp. Damn fucking red tape. And we're going to make the barn that we're building ourselves bigger. We're going to have like 6 to 10 stalls. So that's a win. So we're getting the horses here. And now we're going to have time to revamp up the barn that we want to build. We can create bigger blueprints, for a bigger barn. Also, Howard Berry, the father of one of the Fort Hood soldiers that was at the shooting, who he was credited, Sergeant Berry or special, I forget his rank, but he was credited with saving a lot of lives that day. Well, he ended up becoming one of the 22, and his dad's been advocating on behalf of his son, fighting Congress and shit to get his son some recognition so that it just doesn't fade to obscurity. Well, he's coming up to the farm for the 4th, or sometime this month, maybe not for the 4th, but he has an organization called Flags for the Fallen, and that recognizes the 22 a day, and it raises awareness to the crisis facing veterans in active duty with this suicide shit. And he has it in 11 states. And what it basically is a month's worth of 22s a day represented by flags. And he has asked the DV farm to represent New Hampshire. And we're going to put another call out on the page and asking for anybody that is affected, as a friend they lost or a family member or a loved one, if they would like to come up and help us. We got a section of the farm where all these flags are going to go up and they're going to stay there for a month. But we're going to want volunteers and people to help us do that. So that's another thing going on. It's a busy, busy month here. And then we have the 4th of July. And just like in the Army, I was Army. You know how like, hey, we promised you this and that. And then, nah, we lied. Well, we're not having the concert the 4th. We're not having the big carnivals and all that. I have not had time. I've been busy. We still are having a cookout. We still would love for you to come. And if you're an organization, set up a booth. We're going to have fireworks at the end of the day. You're more than invited to come up here, meet all the volunteers. Recall has promised to be here from 0700 to 0700. Right, Recall?
I'm going to try like hell, brother. I am really going to try to get up there.
We also have people coming from Tennessee, maybe Oklahoma, and as far as California, and other organizations too. So this is the more the merrier, but it's not a big, huge event like we were hoping, but it will be the first annual. And then you can come check out the Flags for the Fallen, see the vets that are here, talk to them, tour the property. If I run into you, I'll give you something to do too while you're here. I might put you in charge of parking, or hey, fucking go flip some burgers. Or because I'm old, if I give you the tour, guess what? You're the next tour guide for the next group. Yeah. So, but come on down or up, depending on where you're at in the country and if you're legal or not, and come hang out with us on the 4th of July.
Well, if you're coming on down, you're pretty much coming from Canada.
What? You can't be legal from Canada?
Or Alaska.
Or Alaska.
I do want to touch on Mr. Barry just a second, Howard Barry. You can go back through our old podcast. He's been on the show several times as a guest, and he's an outstanding dude. He's not only an advocate for his son, but he's an advocate for veterans across the board, and the guy works tirelessly.
He's been on Fox, all the major news networks. He's really starting to sound like us because he's getting disillusioned, and I'll tell you something, and if somebody wants to contradict me here, I'll kick your ass, but he feels out of place right now. Well, listen, anybody that's lost a loved one, if you're a mother, father, wife, husband, or whatever, you're kind of married into this family, or you had a kid, whatever. He is part of the family, and they feel. I told him, I was like, "You're like family." Well, I'm not a vet. I said, "I don't give a shit. You're still part of our family. You are working tirelessly." This guy's old. Well, anybody older than me is old. They're really old. But here's somebody that doesn't have to do this. Not only is he trying to, get recognition for his son, but he, like Recoil said, he is working to, to bring awareness to this crisis, facing us.
He spoke before Congress.
Yes, he has. Yeah. Why would he come on TV radio? Because he relates more to us. And he can say how it is and not get censored. And he's talking to the people that need to hear it, So I really am looking forward to meeting him for the first time and getting these flags up. I've also got a Civil War vet will be here for a couple weeks. My dad, he's actually a Vietnam vet, but anybody that's not too bright, I will introduce them and my dad as a Civil War vet and watch the conversation flourish, because my dad is the biggest asshole. Where do you think I learned it from? He'll roll in that. Oh, what'd you do in the Civil War there, Sergeant? I was like, I was a pilot. Really? Yeah, fucking pilot.
Right. You flew a dirigible.
Or he might say, I'm the guy that trained that LT that stole that 577 in Virginia from the National Guard. We're going to talk about that tonight, I'm sure. But listen, I'm in a good mood. This farm has been around for, it's had vets on it now. We're on their we're going into our third year. We opened our doors in June of 2016. We were established in 2015, and it took us all that time to get this ready to open up its doors. But with that being said, these last few months with having a full house and also having all this time these vets have under their belt without a relapse, somebody walking away or anything, is something to be said to what the volunteers and these vets are doing here. We are not taking the easy cases, you know. We might only have 4 or 5 men up here, but when you're dealing with substance abuse and PTSD and all that shit, you know, I'm proud of them. You know? And these guys are really working the program. They are serious about it. So it's been a great week. Like I said, a lot of ups and downs. I mean, we've visited the freaking ER room twice this week, and I just pulled in, and supposedly somebody got in a fight with a goat. I might have to take another one.
Hopefully the goat.
Well, the goat started it. So
well, they always do, those cocky little bastards.
You know, they don't always. Well, technically, if you go watch one of the videos on the DV page called D's Nuts, I kind of, you know, the goat jumped up into the middle of my work project and I started fucking with his balls. You remember that video?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't come after me. He just flung all our gear into the woods. Oh, so here's a little story. So I got a thing. All right, so I've got this thing being manufactured and it's coming. It's got a footprint of over 100 feet. The footprint's bigger than the actual building, you know, when you're trying to dig into the hill and make a pad for it. So the problem is where I want to put it is where the current goat pen is. And the goats I need to move, so I need to disassemble the goat pen, move them into the other pasture we just made. But I don't have the post hole digger. And digging by hand, we could do it, but would take weeks because it's New Hampshire. We grow rocks. So what I did, everybody thinks I'm nuts, but they were like, we can't do one without the other. So I went and had a meeting with the goats. And I talked to them and I explained what's going on. I says, if we take your corral down and move all the wood over to the new spot and wait, will you guys, you know, so we can get this pad going, will you guys behave and stay on the property? And at night, will you come back and just sleep around where your corral used to be? And they're like, yeah, no problem. So for the last 3 nights, it's been working out. I get up this morning and I'm talking to Google. I'm like, man, I'm proud of these goats. She goes, what do you mean? I says, they're staying on the property during the day, you know, and then at night they're sleeping in their house or right outside. She goes, bullshit. What do you mean? I was up at 2 a.m. and they're out wandering around, setting off all the motion lights. Like, damn it. But yeah, so a lot going on. Oh man, what a week! What a friggin' week! You know.
Every week is what a week.
And then, like I said, I'm really excited. There's been I fired everybody except for one person and hired a new head of operations down at the DV store. And I don't know if you've seen it, but you need to go check out some of the ads on the main DV page. So he's getting a taste of like what Facebook has been doing to us as he creates his own ads. Did you know one of our newest shirts was denied allowed to be out? It was denied advertising on Facebook. They have a new category. If it's too political, your ad has been rejected because it is political. Do you know what the shirt said? Ready for this? No one owes you anything.
That one, they took that one down?
Yep. No one owes you. Of course, pissing off a liberal. Oh, you know, look.
Yeah. Well, since you put out that line of shirts, the what the fuck do they call that? The reviews. You're getting all the libtards in there giving us 1-star reviews.
I can't, look.
People that have nothing to do with the page don't care about the page, don't care about us. It's all about their fucking politics. Personally, I like the cock holster shirt.
Well, good. Look, I've been focusing so much on I'll give you guys a little background. Bo, Bo can back me up on this because he's watched. Since the farm has started, the warehouse has been the advertising, all the work I did, keeping the store alive and selling products to fund all these things, the more I work on the farm and getting it up and running, the less time I've been spending on the for-profit company, the other company. And what's happened is our revenue stream has been going down. And then the algorithm changes on Facebook don't make it any easier. So that's why you haven't seen a lot of products. That's why you haven't seen a lot of ads, is because I'm not crying or nothing. I love the work I'm doing with the homeless vets here, but I don't have a lot of time. And and if you ignore it, it's showing. So I've hired some really good people, and there's been a burst of new product, and he's doing out fucking standing. The dildo thing was, I told him about how, we're going to get a green weenie. He's been giving away all kinds of crap, and he's doing a hell of a good job. But I've given him a free hand in developing new shirts and stuff to help start getting us out of the hole. For those who don't know, all that money that was raised in the beginning, I could not use to purchase the property with. It went to funding operations and buying furniture and gas and all, and tools. But I had to sink all the money from that first year from the company. I didn't pay my taxes that year and sunk it all into the farm. So I've been like on a payment plan with the IRS and shit. So that can only go on so long. So it's, if you really want to, you can support the farm, you can donate, or you can support my, not going to jail by buying a shirt. But we made it happen. That's all I care about, and we're still doing it. And that's like why you're going to see whatever you see, the shirts, if you don't like them. But hey, if you do like what we're doing, go leave us I don't even know where these friggin' recommendations are. Somebody had to call me from one of our team members on the page to show me how to find it. And the only way you can find those recommendations is on your mobile app. You can't find it on the computer. And FYI, everybody, you DVs, you fuckers, listen up. This is coming from the top. Somebody leaves us a negative recommendation, just leave it. Getting in I know free speech goes both ways. If they want to bash us, I'm not asking anybody to defend us. I mean, it's great you do, but sometimes it devolves, and I get blamed. The organization gets blamed when somebody goes off their rocker and tells a bad poster to go kill themselves. And then we don't know about it. So it's like, somebody's posting with their own personal profile telling them, you fucking suck if you don't like this company or whatever. And are you an admin? Are you an admin? If they were a fucking admin lady, it would say dysfunctional veterans, not their own name, you fucking retard. But just leave them alone. You guys are giving me so many gray hairs. Right?
That's what children are for, Daddy.
Yeah, you guys, phenomena, see?
Phenomena.
But hey, how many of you guys would like to, I think we should get the folks from Salty Soldier and do a guest spot on our show one night. There's one.
Sure.
Yeah. I always have it open for him, but he's always busy, so.
Well, we'll get him on.
He's older than molasses, so.
Well, the other one, Shorty, we'll get him on, So, but yeah, it's going good. We're gonna get this thing up. We're gonna get the horses here. We're gonna get the equine therapy piece going on the farm and not an hour away. What else? It's just awesome. I hope I see all my volunteers and moderators here. Whether it's on the 4th or if they come up a week before, they're like I said, I've got an open invitation to anybody that's my volunteers, like the moderators and
those people.
It's the staff that are official DV volunteers to come up here and spend the week. I'd like to meet them. Because I don't think I'm doing the big road trip this year. It's just so much going on here. So I'll be on the road for a couple weeks because I got a prior obligation in at the end of July. So, but I've been told I can't go on the 6-week road trip visiting everybody. Maybe in the fall. And we're trying to get Chappie up here. I know that for the 4th from Disgruntled. So I will get the pictures. Somebody just asked me, will I get the week, all the pictures from the last couple weeks on the farm? I know people are waiting to see the cake from the VA that was sent to one of our birthday boys here. The VA sent him a cake going, we didn't think you would live this long. Happy birthday. Signed the VA. That was good. Whew, I shot my load. Yeah. Hey, I got a bone. No, I don't know if I should pick that bone. You know, Bo, do you remember a couple weeks ago where I got accused of making fun of a tragedy?
Yes.
I posted a meme about guns or something on the day of the shooting. You remember that?
Yes, I
that
do.
one, the post that was already scheduled prior to anything happening.
And it had nothing to do with a school shooting or anything, right?
Right.
So that's the response about we make fun of school shooting victims. That's a 1-star review we got. But anyhow, then that same day at 11 o'clock at night, I had pre-scheduled marry one, fuck one, and kill one. It was Hillary Clinton, Chelsea Manning or Bradley Manning, and the other one, Bo Bergdahl. And how was I supposed to know at the same time that post was scheduled to go up that Zipperhead Manning would post on his Twitter account, I'm sorry, where he's on a ledge about to jump? I was accused of making fun of that.
I can't believe you would make jokes during a time like that.
Oh, and this is what I'm going to say. So
the guy's whole fucking life and career is a joke.
But this is what I'm saying. You know what happened the other day? I had preempted one of the slots and put the birthday fundraiser up. It was right after I had put a meme up saying a guy partying with hookers and cocaine goes, where their GoFundMe money goes. And then I post one about our fundraiser.
Nice.
Oh, man. What a fucking week. I ate at Kelly's 4 times today. You should see the size of my boobs. Man.
Uh-oh, better get the plunger in the bathroom now.
No, I need somebody to milk me, because, you know. And don't forget, we're over on MeWe. No sense. Well. Oh, yeah, you know what I'm going to say, right, Bo?
Go for it.
You know, we're at MeWe, where there's no censorship until DV got over there. Next thing you know, they start thinking, well, we got to have a few rules. People were complaining, going, I've been here for a year, and there's been no problem until you fuckers showed up.
Why am I not surprised that you would be the one to force social media?
It was
over there on the DV MeWe page, the fans can post too.
I can't even figure out how to work that fucking thing.
It's easy. It's easy. You got to be savvy like me. I'll show you after the show tonight.
I can't even find dysfunctional veterans over there. I search it, nothing comes up.
You got to go to
You're not
groups.
doing it right.
You got to go to groups.
You know why? Because he doesn't love his father.
You don't love your father? I can't believe you.
And Google, you know how I got all these buttons that are like, you know, no,
Oh my God.
and bullshit. And Google
That
just
was
found me
easy.
another button. Listen to this.
No.
This is because, you know, everybody's always asking me questions. It's got like 10 sayings, so it's on my desk.
Now your poor dog's probably sitting there looking guilty.
Oh, I'm using it on him.
Oh, that's so wrong.
we were sitting there on Skype the other day, and every time I would start talking, Six is pressing this goddamn no. I was like, really? Fucking child over here.
Contests are coming back to the DV page. No, they are. Yeah, they are. They're coming back. And Man, there's. Oh shit! When's Father's Day?
June 17th?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, not tomorrow, right?
No, not tomorrow.
Good. 'Cause I got a whole folder of memes on Father's Day.
I thought you shot your load at 25 after.
I know, right? I heard that too.
All right. Does anybody
The button
have?
said no.
I have a question.
Have any questions for me before I go? You in the back.
I know, right? Ooh, Mr. Carter. I noticed some pretty interesting promo codes lately. Can you explain them?
Schlong. He sold that one. All the freebies. I got contacted by the warehouse, going, they're gone. They wiped me out of the. It said if you use promo code Schlong, get this dildo 40% off, or spend $40 or more, get a free dildo. Use promo code Schlong. One of the best comments on there was like, "I'll spend $80. Will you mail it to David Hogg?"
Nice.
Oh man.
Well, then there's the shot glasses.
Yeah, I saw those last night. So, yeah, there's all kinds. We have access to things now of stuff. Right now, I've got to go into the office Monday and meet with him because we're going to get the right color green for the green weenie. Now, my question to you guys are that we didn't have the big green weenie when I was in. I never joked about that. We were always like getting fucked by the army, but we never like immortalized it with an image. Now with this green weenie, what shade of green? Would it be OD green or would it be bright green? What color is the green weenie gonna be?
I'd go straight for safety green. That neon fucking bright ass green. Here it comes.
It would be OD.
Yeah, OD.
OD green, right?
Yeah. You can't go with that gay ass fucking sage that they put in the ACUs.
No, but you want to get it a little bit. You want to get it a little bit darker than what you see because the plastic will make it brighter.
About the color of a pair of marine silkies.
Yeah.
Question just appeared. A United States Navy from 90 to 2010. Would that have a suction cup? Asking for a friend.
Oh, another question that a lot of people have been asking because Snafu just asked about the hats. But is there going to be a DV logo on the hats or the new shirts?
On the shirts, you'll have to look on the website. The final design on some of the shirts were. He wanted to try the logo on the back, on the center, and I approved that, but I can't confirm that they're all in all the shirts. So when you go to the website and you want to look at the back,
there is no
be
back.
Like your standard big one. Now on the hats, no.
That's the problem about the shirts. There's no back. That's why people are asking.
Okay. Let me. As soon as we go to commercial, when we go to commercial break, I will shoot a message to the motherfucker in charge down there. He will answer my text at any hour, so I will find out about the shirts. Okay, I'll fix that. All right.
Okay, Daddy. Thank you for answering.
I'll do that, please. That is so freaking creepy.
But we love you, Daddy. You're right, Daddy.
Yeah, shout out. Listen again. I gotta give a shout out to Disgruntled Vets, the Salty Soldier, for sharing that DV Farm birthday fundraiser. That is one of the that is now the record holder for birthday fundraisers. I know there's a whole bunch out there. If I haven't gotten yours up on the main page, just share it once a day or twice a day on as many as you want, I should say, on the DV page and on the DV page, not the farm, on the DV page. And eventually I'll get to it. I know they run for 4 weeks, but I can't saturate the page. I've been focusing on this one because she uploaded a photo from the website or from the farm page that made it different from all the other ones. Plus, she didn't go with the preset text. She wrote words, her own words, which makes it different even more. And she continually updated it. I'm saying this to give you guys suggestions to make your birthday fundraisers more successful. Whether you do ours or not, you if you want to reach more people, you need to give it a little bit more personal touch. But even if it's for us and it's generic, I'll do my best with time permitting to get them up on the main page. But I also have to balance it too, because there's a lot of fucked up memes that people need to see. So
critical mission.
Oh, listen, what's the difference between? We've been around 8 years. We haven't strayed from our primary mission. Well, one of our primary missions. The page's mission is basically humor. And then, people don't want all that serious, like, you will be a good citizen, and you will do this, and you will read these long, drawn-out posts about this and that don't make you laugh, but make you fucking depressed. No. So we sneak them in once in a while. Like I snuck the one in this morning from General Kelly. You need to read that.
Unless you're Recoil and have a tangent spree and you need to write 16 minutes and then leave it on the page.
Did he do that?
He's not done it in a while. I miss it, actually. I actually miss reading his tangents and rants and shit.
Tin Man's worse than I am.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Tin Man writes something, and I'm like, man, this is going to be issued in hardback in another month.
Speaking of, I don't know. There are...
Six. Can we go to break since it's 9:36 so you can go find out about that shit? That's really fucking loud. You know that, right?
All right, Bo. Try not to do 10 minutes worth of talk and ads.
You've done 36 minutes, so that's your fault.
Okay.
That's your fault. Whatever. And you were supposed to do shit when you came in anyway. So
if you're listening to TV radio now and you're driving, we're about to go into all these talking stuff. So make sure you set alarms so you can wake up when the good stuff comes back. How's that? Was that good?
Well, since DB6 wants to be a dick and change our show, we're going to go to break right here on Barracks Talk. Tuned in to WTVR on DVRadio.net. I got to go piss. We'll be back right after this.
DV Radio.
This week on the Service Dog Show with PTS Dog, I talked to founder and director of Pause for Our Patriots, Mike Novak, about life with service dogs, a little bit about his program, and much more. That's the Service Dog Show with PTS Dog right here on DV Radio, WDVR.
Do you really want that smell of the springs of Ireland, or had you rather have that manly scent? After that warm shower to start your day, then ditch the bar, grab the grenade. Head over to kbarsoapco.com and grab this all-natural soap, infused with ingredients like coconut, palm and canola oils, and other natural oils that won't harm your skin. So stop smelling like a glitter fairy and get your manhood back by ditching the bar and grabbing the grenade today. That's kbarsoapco.com.
You're listening to WDVR on DVRadio.net.
And we're back to Barracks Talk live on DVRadio.net, or you're listening to us on podcast, whether it's iTunes, Podbean, Google Play, wherever the fuck you listen to your podcast at, and we're at. Please leave us a rating. Do something. Share it. Get us up in the rankings. Because if you don't, then that means we don't get on the, category list for all the other shit. Anyway, before DB6 comes in here and starts spouting at the mouth again, please tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for PTS Dog's Service Dog Show. It's a wonderful, wonderful fucking episode. You all need to listen to it. I don't want to give anything away, so I'm not going to talk about it. But it's a wonderful episode. So tune in tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, what DV6 failed to mention in the first part of the show about mydbstore.com is there's a Father's Day gift pack where you can choose any mug, t-shirt, and hat for only $45. Just enter the code Big Daddy. That's one word, Big Daddy, at checkout. So go do that right now for Father's Day, if you're looking for something for your dysfunctional, fucked up father, or whoever you call daddy, you know, your sugar daddy. I know you guys have sugar daddies, some of you. Anyway, what do you want?
All right, I got the information, but before I tell them about the shirts, Brandy just sent me a text and her husband got so mad at her. He just packed his bags and she told him to get the fuck out. And he says, as he walked out, she told him, I hope you fucking die a long, slow, painful death. And it's her ex now. He says, so you want me to fucking stay? Anyhow, that didn't go over well because I fucked it all up. Anyhow, just got off the phone with the head of operations down there, and the back of all the shirts will have the DV logo. That's the DV with dysfunctional veteran underneath. You know, the one that's usually on the upper right breast pocket, chest. That's going to be in the back centered.
That would be upper left over your heart, 6, not upper right.
Yeah, but I'm looking in down. Oh, that is left. Yeah. Wait, as you look down, but it's the right as you look at yourself in the mirror, or if somebody looks at you. Yeah. So it's 3 inches.
Is that soft or hard?
It's soft. Why do you want to know?
Just making sure.
And then, anyhow, fucking, oh man.
And any more information? What about the hats?
No, I already told you that. Asked and answered. Next question.
No, you.
Yeah, no, it's not on the hats. No.
Oh my God.
Do you know how much that costs? Oh God, man.
Jesus.
You know?
Well, Snafu, DB6 is special apparently, and he gets pockets made on his shirt. So.
See that.
Don't say. No, I do not. If you watch the live videos, you don't see me with pockets.
That pesky Trump putting tariffs on logos on hats.
No.
The least you could do is put a DV sticker on it.
Collegiate Twister game.
The least you could do is put a DV sticker on there.
Don't start. What are you locking and loading? I heard that.
That is a strawberry tasty cake pie.
So don't forget, later on in the show, Google's going to give the dog tank update. That's the one that Recoil donated to the DB farm. He is still, he's so lovable. He's a tick. He's not a chick magnet. He's a fucking tick magnet.
Hey, you know what? She
wait, I didn't know I was supposed to give an update on him.
Well,
Thank
Google,
you for telling me.
Google, you probably could have done that.
So hard.
Oh my God!
No time to prepare or anything.
Hey,
I
Google,
know, right?
Hey Google, you probably could have given that tank update during the farm update at the first 36 minutes of the show.
Oh, look at that!
Well, Google was sending me pictures of Tank yesterday, and he has grown so much.
He's like doubled in size. He's bigger than Storm is. It's so funny because when Tank and Storm are outside playing, there are times that Storm will just go right underneath Tank. Like he'll walk underneath him to get to the other side. Super fucking funny. Oh my gosh. But Tank is very well behaved. He's really good. Like everybody loves him. Everybody that meets him loves him.
Yeah, so today we were given a special request to bring Tank 2 hours from here into Boston to meet kids.
Sweet.
Yeah.
But listen, Google, did I tell you, like, Storm was what I took? Oh, and Google, stop dropping my name in Boston. I got reports today when I was walking around the city. So that really is your wife. I'm like, what are you talking about? When did you see my wife? Well, she was down here the other week with kids and dropping, I guess you got a horse and buggy ride with the kids, and then you were over at the Marriott. You used my parking space. You know how many years I had to be homeless to earn those rights and benefits at these places?
How many stab wounds and broken bones?
Well, how many I'm going to drop the name of a former homeless person so I can get a horse.
I'm gonna get.
Do you know who I am? I'm the type of a homeless vet.
Right. I'm gonna get the best shopping cart in town.
Yeah. I did give $20 to John. He works the 7-Eleven door on State Street, right there in downtown Boston, right below the Boston Massacre and above the Marriott, the Long Wharf. So I pulled over. Felt bad last month to come in and I pulled out my money and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have anything. He's like, I'll take that 50. I go, fuck you, motherfucker, you're not getting the 50. He's like, oh, come on. It's like, no. I was like, yeah, I'm neither high or drunk or drinking. I'm not, no, you'll wait.
Now, do they do the same shit in Boston they do in, like, Pittsburgh, where you go into the fucking bathroom and there's some dude there with, like, colognes and fucking handing you a towel and shit?
Oh.
God, that drives me nuts. Just squirting fucking soap in your hands. Like, dude, seriously? I can wash my own fucking hands, thank you.
I've only seen one squeaky guy in Boston. You get shot, you know? And in the bathroom, you get shot with something else.
Right. Shot up.
Oh, man.
No,
you like that?
So,
you like that, Sexo?
That's funny. Because I'm trying to figure out what are you talking about, and then I remember you telling me about your last trip. So then my Alzheimer's disengaged for a minute for me to recall the information. But what I wanted to tell you was the work you've done with Storm, it's paid off. Like today, when I was down there, just making my rounds, saying hello before the next meeting, I parked the truck in front of the Marriott and said hello to all the staff and everything, and they loved the dog. So I said, screw it, just let him go. And he didn't go anywhere, and he followed the employee into the hotel, and they're giving him treats, and then he comes out, and there's the people that are staying at the hotel. Oh, that's a cute dog, and there he goes. He sits down, and he's raking up all these friggin' trees. So then somebody comes up to me and goes, oh, I love your bird. So I turn for a second, and I'm talking to him about the bird. And there's Storm going up to some random people, just nudging him with his nose, like doink. And they look down, and he sits and looks up and goes, where's my treat, motherfucker? I'm like, no. That's why I don't like strangers giving the dog treats. It's nosing people in the leg. Then sit, treat. Doink, treat, please.
Oh, man.
He was good.
Funny.
I didn't have to worry. And, he was wandering around. I'm like, now where's he at? And he's inside the hotel trying to follow people. He didn't go on the escalator. Thank God. He would have hung himself at the leash. But it's cool. That was, it wasn't stressful. And,
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that he's calmed down enough to be able to just hang out.
You did all that work. I'm proud of you,
Thank you.
Good. And Recoil's feeling left out. And that was a good choice on dogs on Tank there, fucker.
Yeah, I should have kept him.
Yeah.
No, I knew he was perfect for that, for what you needed him for.
One of the vets came back from the hospital a couple weeks ago. Well, about a month ago, he had a extended stay. And, man, he says, I miss that dog so much. I says, because he was the primary trainer on the dog. And, it's having the desired effect. I mean, every resident over at the house, one of the younger vets takes him running through the property on his morning run. They love that dog. He's the right temperament for them. He just... Right. And then his paws are still, his legs and paws, he's like Bambi on ice. He's like,
well, he's growing so fucking fast he doesn't know where his equilibrium is.
You know what? It's so funny because I swear his tail is even too heavy for his body, because when he wagged his tail, he doesn't just wag his tail, like his whole body wags with it.
Will do. So when Google takes Tank with her to, I don't know, the barn or to work, I'll go over to the vet house and steal Tank and bring him over here to this house in the office. And first what he does is he goes rates our dog's food bowl, then goes over to all his beds, takes his bones.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I got to ask a question. I joined in way too late, and all I heard was Bambi on Ice, and I think I've seen that porno. What's going on?
So last week, when Hillary Clinton was at a book, this guy walked up and she said, "Excuse me, what's your name?" He said, "Todd." She said, "What?" He said, "Retard."
Oh man. No, we were talking about Tank. He's a goofball. And you know what? When I was asked if we could bring him into Boston today, I told the kids, I was like, just be warned, he will try to lick your face off. Like, be prepared for it. And he sure did.
Well, I've taken up, like Bo said, I've taken up a lot of time. There's a lot you guys have to cover, from stolen APCs to all the different videos people are posting with the different kinds of music to the same video, from the new this is the new Top Gun movie with the track going by, to Eastbound and Down, loaded up.
Oh man.
It's just not funny, man. Somebody got hurt.
Oh, I know. Don't make fun of that. But I will see you guys next week. And I'll let you guys go have fun.
Okay, bye-bye.
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 Right.
Leave so we can talk about you already.
I was hung up, but I heard you saying something, so I came back in on the call.
Leave so we can talk about your ass already.
Right. He's got 40 pounds of Kelly's roast beef to dump.
That sounds like a good idea.
Hey, so I need some advice. All right.
Should I stay on?
No, this has nothing to do with you. Actually.
So we're talking about sex.
Right.
Oh my God. No, we're talking about this bus tour that March for Our Lives is putting on.
All right, I'm out of here. I don't want to hear politics. Bye-bye!
The one that they're doing 50 stops in 20 states. And the whole purpose is to go to places where the NRA has bought and paid for politicians. So I clicked on the contact form, and I'm asking them to please provide me with proof of these politicians. Think they'll respond to that?
I think they will not.
Oh, totally, man.
What?
I thought Sin Man was about to say something.
I was just going to say, don't let facts get in the way of your opinion. You know.
I know, right? I'm like, holy shit. We'll find out if they respond. I'll let you guys know next week.
So he hasn't spoke hardly at all during the show, but he was like very talkative during the pre-show. But his name's DV Oink, and he gives money to DV Radio every month. And he was a dick during one of our shows that decided to give way more than he normally does. So I was like, look here, dick face. I was going to have you on anyway, but now I really got to have you on because you're a dick face and you had to give way more money. But
we figured we had to get him on and figure out, dude, where did you get $150 million?
Yeah. Yeah, man, like, what the fuck? No, really, like, what possessed you and your wife to start donating to DV Radio?
Well, like I told you guys in the pre-show, you know, it's we're both veterans, you know, and it's just basically looking out for one another. You know, brothers and sisters that are out there, and every Saturday night you guys put on this nice little Barracks talk that, you know, is kind of a way for some people just to relax, unwind, let their hair down, and have a good time hanging out with just brothers and sisters. I mean, and initially, you know, I like most people probably followed the page for a long time. And then, you know, eventually bought some few things from the store. And one of the guys I work with actually mentioned that, you know, there was a radio program. Well, the first time I tuned in, we listened, and I know somebody had mentioned that, you know, you guys were kind of spending your own money out of pocket. I'm like, man, that's just not right. So I kind of talked to, you know, my war department there, my wife, and, you know, check with the boss in the financial department there. And I was like, hey, you know, we've always given out money, to other charities and good causes. I think this is hitting home. This is taking care of other brothers and sisters, and what better way than taking care of you guys there at the radio, and having all the memes and shit that we post on there on the page, lift everybody's spirits up. So to me, it was a win-win situation for both of us. So that's one of the main reasons we did it, is just to help you guys out and get the word out about the radio and the page and everything else that's going on.
Well, I got to tell you, I know me and you have emailed each other back and forth a lot, and you had asked me some, I guess, pertinent questions before you started donating, and you felt bad that it wasn't more. And it's like me and Rico had said earlier, every penny helps, and it's not about the amount or that you give or not. It's that you're letting others know about us, for one, and two, that you do have an extra buck or two to give us, and we cannot thank you enough, because like you said, and me and Rico had talked to you earlier, like you said in the pre-show, a lot of it does come out of our own pockets, and it's not free. It's free for the listeners, but it's not free for us, and people just do not understand the cost, not just, the time it takes to do some of this stuff, but the actual physical economical cost that goes into all this per year. I mean, it's a lot less than what it used to be, but it's still up there, and it's not easy to do. You live in Alaska, correct?
That is correct. Way up here in the frozen tundra. JJ's old neck of the woods.
Right. So how is it up there right now? I mean, it's supposed to be summertime all across the United States, but I'm guessing the seasons aren't as nice to you up there.
Well, actually, believe it or not, we don't live in little Eskimo huts and stuff like that up here. There it is. Right. You got your Walmarts, you got your Targets, and all the other fancy dancy things you have in the lower 48. But here in the Anchorage Bowl area, believe it or not, it's actually kind of average of 20s in the winter and 70s in the summer. So it's damn near perfect, if you ask me.
Nice, very nice.
And then right now, we kind of had a late spring. I think I mentioned that in one of the emails, and everything's just blooming right now. So I'm all congested up and sore throat, and yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of like that down here in North Carolina. We sort of had late and early spring. Some things bloomed earlier than others, and some things are just now starting to bloom. It's fucking ridiculous. Damn global warming, you fucking assholes in your cars. What branch of the service were you in, and what did you do?
The wife and I were both retired Air Force, 20 years.
Oh, Chair Force, nice.
Yes,
nice.
sir, Chair Force.
What was your MOS or your job that you done?
We were Navy calls it ground support equipment. Air Force calls it AGE equipment, aerospace ground equipment. Basically, a glorified jack of all trades and a master of none.
Sounds like recoil.
Yeah, basically, all the support equipment takes care of the aircraft that while they're on the ground. So then obviously, they need to troubleshoot hydraulic systems. We take care of the hydraulic test stands. They need to air up the tires. We have self-generating nitrogen carts that we took care of. So we learned a lot of different tasks, and like I said, we're kind of a master of none.
Nice. Now, I know a lot of people are asking how much you gave to be on here, and I'm not going to divulge that. But you have been given a lot, and you did give a lot that one night. Well, more than usual. And to me, it's a lot. Because I'm fucking poor as shit. But,
$1.95 is a lot to you.
It really is. It fucking is, man. But, you've been on here since about 8:15 Eastern time. You've done the pre-show with us. What is different from the show than the pre-show? Be honest, as a normal listener, we've not talked about any scripts or anything, because obviously we don't have one of those. DB6 fucked that up. No, but seriously,
we can't afford writers.
Yeah, Roseanne's writers got fired, so we can't use them anymore. But what is your perspective as a normal everyday listener about the difference between the show and the pre-show, and just us as DVs?
Absolutely nothing. I mean, it's just from listening to the pre-show and listening week in and week out. There's nothing different. Just again, it's us taking care of each other, and there's no difference between the pre-shows and what you hear right here on the radio live or even on the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the only difference is there are a few things where we'll stretch a little too far during the pre-show that we will not let our listeners hear. But other than that, yeah, you're exactly right. And we try to stress that to our listeners because there's a lot of people that think, what DB6 does is an act. What I do is an act. And you saw yourself when I called you guys up that first fucking time. What was DB6 doing?
What wasn't he doing? How's that?
Exactly. He's in his truck, answers the fucking Skype call.
No, he was driving down the road while having a conversation with someone else while on Skype with us.
And then Google's trying to call him on top of that. And I'm like, dude, we can let you go. No. I want to talk to all of you guys because I've got you all here right now. And he was fucking fired up and ready to go. And I'm like, dude, this is every day. This is fucking every day. Like, there's nothing different. Oh my God. I thought he was going to run off the road.
He told me he couldn't talk.
Whoops. Oopsie daisy. Sorry there, Six.
I'm driving. I can't be distracted.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's like I'm on the phone. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, shit. But yeah, I mean.
Then he gets into the house and says something about I had to find a button. I don't know.
Exactly.
Story of his life there, I think, right?
He gets to the farm. He calls in from the tablet, and he's getting out. Oh, I got to go and get ready. And blah. We've got 6 minutes until live. Like, literally 6 minutes. And here's Oink over there. He's laughing his fucking head off. I'm like, dude, this is every fucking week. Like, no shit. This is DV6 in the fucking flesh. Oh, my God. So, Recoil, what do you have for Oink?
Well, shit, I already said a lot to him.
Well, I mean, what you would want to say during the show.
Brother, thank you for helping out and also in the chat and shit too, because there's a brother and sisterhood in the chat during our live shows, and you're really active in there. And there's some damn good fucking brothers and sisters in that chat. And the bullshitting with each other every Saturday, we try to interact as much as we can while we're doing a show. But it's just awesome to see you guys in that chat every week, week after week.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, it's definitely, for me, it's a kind of a stress reliever. You work all week busting ass, taking names and shit like that. And then to come in here on a Saturday night, relax a little bit. Like I said, spend time with brothers and sisters and share stories of where they've been, where you've been, and some of the things you've seen. Like I said, it's kind of a stress reliever and a good time.
Man, it's just awesome to see. I mean, we with Six building the platform of dysfunctional veterans. We're sort of blessed with being a catalyst, but the whole DV thing, the whole DV as a whole picture is really organic. It's brothers and sisters looking out for brothers and sisters, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more.
And like Recoil and I had touched on, just to piggyback off of what you said, no pun intended, but, when we were talking about the radio show and you had found it a year and a half ago and all, when Six started actually contemplating and was really serious about shutting down DB Radio, it really hit me and Recoil hard about how many people actually rely on the show. Or the shows as a whole now. But it was just like, holy fuck, this many people actually want to hear us ramble every week about absolutely nothing but bullshit. And it's kind of comforting to know that us being ourselves and being as stupid as we are and, just talking shop, i.e. Barracks talk, it's really comforting to know that these people need this as an escape and to keep from doing something stupid. Or like I've told before, there was a guy that would get drunk every week, but he would stay sober or high, drunk or high, one of the two. But he would stay sober when he would know that Barracks Talk was coming on, just so he could remember that for the next week. And that's how he would get through his week, was that Saturday show. So it's really comforting to know that it's actually helping somebody in some way, shape, or form. Since we've got you on here, And instead of telling me in a fucking email that I can't fucking decipher from half of you fucksickles, as a normal average listener, what would you add or take away from not just our show, but from DV Radio as a whole?
Well, I think Recoil says it best, taking care of each other, taking care of each other, their brothers and sisters. That's the main goal, I think. And like I said, I'm not giving a lot. I'll tell the listeners that right now. I'm not giving a whole lot to anybody, but what little bit we're doing, I think is hopefully, like you said, there may be that one listener is on that edge, that's thinking about becoming one of the 22. And if something we say or something you guys say make them laugh, change their minds, something that the radio program that the PTS Dog puts out, his book that he's putting out, I've been blessed in my career, military career, that I didn't experience a lot of stuff. Obviously, chair force, right? But I know for a fact I work with a lot of folks that are prior Army and like I said, Marines, and they've seen some shit. They've seen some bad stuff, and there's ghosts and demons that they battle with every day. And by all means, if there's something that we can do to touch those folks and bring them back from becoming one of the 22, then damn, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Amen.
Well, I want to jump in there, and I'm gonna steal what Recoil always says, and I think the audience we touch sometimes it's those people that they're at bottom or getting to the bottom, and they don't need these people that are preaching at them. They need a brother that's been through the same crap and can talk their language. You got those super vets out there that are moto and still running the same lines that they did when they were a NCO about motivation. It's like, no, man. Sometimes you just need a guy that can put a guy or gal that can put their hand on your shoulder and say, I've been there, and I'm just like you, and I just got to thank you the same as Recoil and Bo have, that kind of support and the everyday just interacting with people. You can't say enough about that.
Yeah, most definitely. If you guys are wondering how you can get on the show, like Mr. Oink here, oh my god, I can't believe I just snorted. Anyway,
Jesus.
I feel like
What is this?
Well, you can always play the I Love Bacon commercial,
right?
There.
I feel like
bacon.
I feel like a fucking 5-year-old. But yeah, if you guys are wondering how you can donate or get on one of our shows, or this show in particular, all you have to do is go to dvradio.net, hit the blue donate button that's at the bottom of the webpage, and start donating. I mean, if you donate a shit ton at once, then that might be your end to get on the show or get your company promoted. Or if you want to be a full-time sponsor, shoot us an email, or you can fill out the form under the More tab, sponsors. And if you've got a idea for a segment or a show, or you want to be a guest, fill out the Be a Guest form. That's all I can tell you. So do all that shit, and you might be lucky enough to be on here. I don't know why, because we're assholes and dickheads.
You might be unlucky enough to be on here. Why do I feel like I'm one of Jerry's kids right now?
Shit.
Yeah, but you're the kid that gets brought out as the. Will you please give him $1?
This is when you wish Jerry Lewis and Don Rickles was still living, so they could run a fucking charity event all fucking day for DV Radio and be like, "You guys really want to give to these motherfuckers?"
Right, the DV telethon.
If we raise $2.95, I'll drop my drawers.
Oh shit! What are you looking forward to that you've heard about there, Oink, that's coming up on DV Radio?
Actually, I'm trying to catch a lot of the new shows that are coming on, but with the whole time differential between East Coast, West Coast, a lot of the stuff I'm catching on podcasts, obviously. But I'm grateful that there's more shows coming out, and just the information that's coming out with, like I said, with Dog's book being published here soon. We're looking for that for coming out. Just like I said, just I'm amazed at what you guys do, on a day-to-day basis, and how much I know work that you're putting into it. So,
well, there for a minute, I was about to say I asked for compliments, not complaints, but you done good. You done good. No, I'm joking. I'm kidding, you libtards. Calm down. Fuck, it was a joke. God damn. But yes.
Thank me for my service.
Fuck you for your service. That was one of the best fucking comment threads I think we've had in a while. Was the thank you for my service one.
I'm going the opposite direction. I'm gonna put every kind of vet paraphernalia on, and as soon as somebody thanks me for my service, I'm gonna yell at them for fucking doing it.
Actually, I don't want to tell you guys all about who it is, but we have a very special guest that we won't have live because of some timing issues. But in a couple of weeks, if you guys remember, We Were Soldiers, the lieutenant colonel then of the movie, but he became a lieutenant general before he retired, Hal Moore. He passed away last year. There's a guy that helped co-write one of his books that dropped last year, I believe, June or July, and we're going to have him on. He actually reached out to us and wanted to be on one of our shows. He named a few different shows, and I was actually astonished that this guy knew who the fuck we were. And I told DB6 about it, and DB6 almost had a heart attack on Skype. He went, no, yeah, DB6. Yes, I spent 30 minutes researching this guy. He's legitimate. So in a couple of weeks, stay tuned. I'll tell you his name as the time gets near, and why he wants to be on the show and all that. But unfortunately, he can't do a live show right now. Hopefully, in the future, we can get him on as a live guest. But I was taken aback, honestly, that he reached out to us, and it's an honor and pleasure to have him on DB Radio at all. But yeah, that is our next guest after Al, because she's next Saturday. Speaking of Al, she is Chappie's. They call her his wife, but I think he's paying her from Disgruntled Vets. That Chappie, I think he's paying her to be his wife. But anyway, she's got an original. What's that, Recoil?
So essentially, you're calling her a hooker?
No. I did not say that. Those words did not come out of my mouth. Now, if we want to talk escorts, that might be a different avenue we can, peruse. But it is a DV Radio original premiering June 22nd called Not Another Military Spouse. She's going to join us next Saturday. That show is about military spouses, just like it says. They're going to tell you about, their fun times with military vets and their not so fun times. But it's the real deal. It's not going to be this, oh my God, my husband left me and blah, blah, blah bullshit. It's going to be, real military veteran and military spouses that actually give a shit, and they don't do the, well, you know what? My husband is a staff command sergeant, lieutenant colonel, general, master sergeant, and he can tell you what to do. It's not that kind of spouse. They're actually a cool group of women.
So it's not the dependent network. All dependent all the time.
Exactly. They're actually she's a great woman, and all of them are great women. I can't say enough about them, but they're as fucked up as we are. They got a great sense of humor. They love the dependent jokes, but they also want to take some of that stigma away because, like all of us know, not all spouses in the military are fucked up dependents, and these are some of the few that are. But
yeah, I think that's a real misconception, because the majority of military members and veterans, truly respect an honest, faithful military spouse.
Yes,
that's not a dependent.
Yes, and I'm not just talking about your female spouses. I'm talking about male spouses as well.
Right. Yeah, we all need that support back at home. You know, and there are a lot of spouses out there that are caregivers to disabled veterans. Who do a lot of work to take care of brothers or sisters that are, you know, basically incapacitated.
Exactly, and I'm glad Recoil brought that point up because a couple of their episodes are going to actually go in depth about caregivers and civilian military spouses, which most of them are. They're not actual military themselves. They're just civilian spouses that happen to marry someone that was either in or got into the military. But yeah, Al will join us next Saturday. That's June 16th, and her show will premiere the week after, June 22nd, Not Another Military Spouse. I keep wanting to call it Not Another Teen Movie because that's what it's a play off of. Every time I hear that, oh my God, I'm so fucked in the head. Anyway, on top of next Saturday, a new episode of Contraband will premiere. It'll be 8 p.m. Eastern, right before Barracks Talk, and again right after Barracks Talk at 23:30, 11:30 Eastern. Oh my God, fucking hell, Jesus Christ! That's with Dave Libby from WarriorService.org and SOSRABand.com. Go check it out. He's got a new album that he's working on. Hopefully, it'll drop around Veterans Day this year. He's got some good songs in the works. I've heard a few, and yeah, they're pretty fucking good. Oh my God, did I forget anything? Oh, smile.amazon.com. Go make DB Farm your charity of choice. While I'm at it.
Actually, we've got so many different fucking things going on. It's insane.
And this is, I'm glad you said that too, Google, because the guys that syndicate on here, I know they're getting pissed off at me once in a while because I sound like a dick in chat 9 times out of 10. You guys know that by the way I say stuff. Exactly. I have one too. It might I might mix it up with my thumb sometimes, but I do have one. Anyway, so I'm telling these guys, and I'm like, look, each episode that you have here on the radio, on dbradio.net, you know, you need to promote another show, another organization that's on this list. And I've given them the DB Farm, my DB Store, every single show, and when every single show airs, and their website, and they're all like, so do you have a schedule for when each show? And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I was like, you guys can figure it out your fucking selves. Like, you want to do that? You go right the fuck ahead. But I was like, these guys think I'm a straight up dick now. And that's cool. That's okay. I will not tarnish my reputation. I'll be even more dick next time. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff. It really is. People do not realize how much we've got going on, from the moderators like Tin Man on the Facebook and forum at dbbarracks.com to mydbstore.com to dbfarm.org. You name it. We've probably got it in there some way, shape, or form. And it's like a never-ending fucking list. And people's like, so what are you promoting this week? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Google won't tell me until after the show starts anyway, so. Just like her news articles. Oh, I found another one.
She found 3 while you were flapping your gums.
Probably. She probably did. No shit. She's probably over there like, oh, I'm going to put this one on.
No, but you know something? There was something that I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what it was, so I haven't added it to my news.
Oh my God.
Breaking news. Vet rambles on DB Radio.
Me and Recoil actually were talking about doing that news segment that Tin Man just done a Morse code into from Hee Haw. You remember that? I can't think of what his name was that he done that under.
Ron White?
What?
Are you talking about Ron White?
Was Ron White ever on Hee Haw?
No.
Exactly. It ran for 21 years, but he was never on there.
Because I don't pay attention.
No, I can't think. Just look up Hee Haw news segment, and you guys will know what I'm talking about. He had the egg cartons as soundproofing behind him. Like, it was fucking hilarious. And the whole time you hear the entire fucking Tin Man knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, you're making me sound old, damn it.
You know, speaking of Hee Haw, Grandpa Joe and all of them actually used to stop at a store that was like a few minutes away from my house when they would go up into Virginia and all when I was little. I thought that was pretty cool. Roy Clark and all of them. Yeah. It's the hills, man. We all get to know each other. We're all family up here. Anyway, we do need to go to break. On the other side of the break, we're going to have Google's junk that's in the news. You're tuned in to Barracks Talk right here on WDVR, dbradio.net.
Okay, redo. I can't do it now.
Let's dubstep it up a little bit.
Number 2.
Remix.
Number 2.
Remix.
Number 2.
Remix.
Okay, redo.
Number 2.
Remix. That's what happens when you're reading.
Add a little spice to your life with the Scroll Discussions right here on dbradio.net. Wednesdays, 2000 ATM Eastern. Oh, yes.
Man, we should keep that one.
I'm Dave Libby of WarriorService.org and SOSRABand.com, and this is Contraband.
The Up in Arms Podcast.
Welcome to Media Letter Sandwich.
You're listening to Barracks Talk on DV Radio.
Welcome to Disgruntled Discussions.
You're listening to The Marquee Dirty 30.
Welcome to the Struggle Brothers Show, everybody. I am Ron Ripley. With me, as always, is Mr. Filthy Rich.
Hello and welcome to the Service Dog Show with PTS Dog. I'm your host, Joaquin Watai.
Hear all of these veteran-made shows on dbradio.net. From original to syndicated shows, they're all on the DV Radio Network. Don't forget to check out the schedule banner to find out when your favorite show is airing. Again, that's dvradio.net. And don't forget to search DV Radio on the TuneIn app on your mobile device.
DV Radio. Let's get it on. We've got some food recipe for you. The music. Let's go.
You're listening to WTVR on dvradio.net. By veterans, for veterans.
Simply made for you.
Changing dirty diapers in the men's room. Scaring monsters from under the bed. Making sure you've done your homework. And teaching you how to hit a home run. Here's to you, Dad.
You big dummy.
When the president lies, it's not called a lie. It's called executive privilege. I'm Fred G. Sanford, and the G is for Guadalcanal. Want to see my diary? Well, you a veteran? That's right. Oh, did you see much action? Well, only on leave.
And now, it's time to find out what stupid junk is in the news.
All right, and we are back. Hello?
Hello.
Hi. Well, I couldn't remember if I had hit the mute button on my headset and on the computer or just on the computer. So that answers that question.
when you don't Google, this is what you're doing.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
All right, I don't have a lot of stories, but I did find the one that I was gonna talk about too.
And this is your typical night at Barracks Talk right here on dvradio.net, where Google finds an extra news article to talk about during her stupid junk that's in the news.
Hey, I only have like 3 total.
No, you have 4 total.
Well, now I have 4, but I only had 3.
No, you have 4 on the itinerary.
Right, but 2 of them are pretty much the same exact story, just
But you
different
have
headlines.
4 articles.
But I needed the other headline to go with the one.
But you have 4 articles. Whether they're the same or not, you have 4 articles. 1, 2,
But 2 are the
3,
same.
4. You have one from Richmond.com.
Yeah, I know which ones they are.
You have 2 from FoxNews.com, and you have 1 from TheTakeout.com. So you have 4 news fucking articles. And please continue with your stupid junk that's in the news.
Oh, man. All right, well, we'll get through this one mighty quick. So in an interview she did recently, Hillary Clinton, she's not blaming anything on her loss of the election, of course. I mean, she really is, but she was asked what she would like to do for as a job, and and what company she would like to lead as a CEO. And without hesitation, Hillary Clinton responded with Facebook. She wants to be the CEO for Facebook. I'm like, great. Fantastic.
Are you sure she isn't already? I mean, with all the censorship going on.
I know, right? Oh my God, we got denied. So one of the new shirts on the DV store, it says you aren't owed anything.
You're late. You're late. You're late. We already talked about that.
All right. Well, I wasn't here. So anyway, but that's what we mean. Like, shit is ridiculous. But yes, so be on the lookout if Hillary Clinton does end up somehow as CEO of Facebook. I'm sure that a lot of people will cancel their accounts. So if you see people disappearing, don't be afraid. All right.
Well, if she's in charge, we should be afraid because there's some people that already disappeared.
That's what I was going to say, man. When people start disappearing, then they had dirt on her.
I know. All right.
People that make people disappear start disappearing. Bury them deep and then bury the shovel.
Yeah, right? Oh my God. All right, moving right along. So IHOP, the International House of Pancakes, has decided it's going to be changing their name. And pancake lovers are quite frustrated about it. So IHOP with a P will be changing their name to IHOB with a B. And it's kind of interesting because the new logo where it has the IHOB, the logo looks like the tampon brand OB. The letters are the same. It just doesn't have 2 little dots. But people are mad.
I thought they were going to change to I Roll or something.
No. They said, hold on, where's the... Sorry, I had it right here, and then I scrolled, and now I lost it.
We're so much more than just pancakes.
I know, right? And now it'll be the International House of Breakfast. So IHOP has a Twitter handle. Well, IHOB has a Twitter handle, and they said for 60 pancaking years we've been IHOP. Now we're flipping our name to IHOB. Find out what it could be on 6/11/18. So it's coming soon. Very soon. 2 days.
To an IHOP near you.
Right? Yeah. It's crazy. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Absolutely insane. Who wants to go to IHOP?
Well, that's a horrible fucking branding issue. Just imagine
like
how
Snappy
much.
says, if it's International House of Bacon, I think we're in there.
Yeah, but can you imagine the amount of money they've spent on rebranding this and how it will probably turn out in the end?
I know.
If people already hate it, just imagine the backlash that they're going to have after spending probably a nice amount, like a few million, just to rebrand everything.
Yep. Well, and you can, I mean, I guess you can't vote anymore, but they did put out a tweet saying that you can vote for one of 4 options for the B to stand for, either biscuits, bacon, butternut squash, and barnacles. And then people are like, what about berries, bacon, breakfast? So I
butternut squash, squash, or fucking barnacles. Really? Who the fuck is their marketing agent? That's who I want. That's,
exactly.
Like, I want to fucking cut their dick off.
So IHOP responded to the blueberries bacon breakfast question. They're like, there are so many possibilities.
Oh my god.
They separated the B. Yeah. Someone else said burritos. I called it years ago.
It's just like the lady that used to do the Wendy's tweets and stuff. They fucked up getting rid of her. And now IHOP is basically doing the same thing. We're going to get rid of our original name. We're going to make it stand for butternut squash or barnacles, where you get your pancakes. And go fuck yourself. I wouldn't even eat there. And I've ate at some fucked up places.
Another Twitter user said 100% International House of Barbecue. It's going to be barbecued pancakes. And I'm like, I don't know about barbecued pancakes. But the B can stand for a lot. So we'll find out in a couple days what it's going to be. Maybe never mind. They can't make it International House of Butts. That would be kind of funny, though.
The International House of Booty Call.
Oh, man. That's great. Other people put International House of Barfing, International House of Bulimia, Botulism. Yeah. Oh, man. It's funny. I mean, oh, man. and then if you look at the picture of the new logo for IHOP with the B, it's got like a smiley face underneath. And so some people have commented, and they're like, well, I can't figure out why IHOP went with the tampon string on the new logo.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it looks just like that.
If you look at the logo.
Holy fuck.
If you look at the new logo. So the logo is.
What? Google, you muted.
Yes. So I know, because I was trying to explain to Six.
Breakfast? Oh, man.
But it can stand for so many things. That's what we're talking about. Botulism and bulimia. And
International House of
barfing.
Breakfast?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be barfing. Like, Waffle House is best known for what?
I know.
Hi, Bo!
It's just so funny. Now go get out of here. Skedaddle. Skedaddle. Let me finish my news.
Late tonight? Who wants to stay late tonight? That way I got more time in the bed by myself before
Jesus.
God. Oh, man. Skedaddle.
All right, I love you. Give me kisses. I said it first.
And this is your silent hour during the DV radio.
Sorry.
It's in the news.
The Sixers like, you're muted. Fuck you.
All right, on DV Radio, DV6 lip wrestles with Google.
Yeah, right? All right, Jesus Christ, I hate this stuff. Have fun. Okay, so this happened just a couple days ago, and I'm sure that everyone has heard about it. Everyone has to have heard about the soldier who led police on a 60-mile chase in a stolen armored vehicle down in Richmond, Virginia. And I'm like, why couldn't cops stop him? 60 miles? It took them 2 hours to catch this guy? I mean, Jesus.
He was in an APC, was he not?
Well, yeah, but I mean,
you know what's
it's not
funny?
like it's a high-speed chase.
Yeah, but didn't you ride through Baghdad in one of them things and push like 50 people out of the fucking way?
I did not. I drove one of those Humvees.
What, back before or after they up-armored them?
Before we had some.
When they were good and safe. Yeah.
I know, right? When we took the doors off because there was no point in having soft doors. The bullet's gonna go through anyway. Then we got in trouble for taking the doors off. I'm like, it's just a waste of time. Anyway, so this guy apparently he was what, like a commander or whatever in the National Guard. Like, he was an officer.
Not anymore.
See,
know, right?
what's funny is I never heard of this week, and Six was like, "You didn't hear that's been on Facebook." I was like, "Dude, I don't fucking scroll Facebook 24/7 like you do on the shitter." I was like, "Come on now."
Oh my God. I heard about it on the news in the morning and I was like, oh man, I've got to find the link. And then later in the day, I was like, I was scrolling Facebook. Really, it was the second post down for Marquee, and it had the link. I'm like, sweet, I don't have to find it now. Like, you have it provided for me. But so the pursuit mostly stuck to highways, topping out at speeds of about 45 miles per hour, because that's a high-speed chase right there. The trailing convoy of police eventually grew to more than 20 squad cars, a SWAT vehicle, and a state police helicopter that tracked the carrier's movements with a spotlight. Because apparently, I guess, they needed a state police helicopter to track this vehicle at the front of a high-speed chase of 45 miles an hour. So they did get the guy, but yep, a 2-hour chase, 60 miles. I think it's kind of funny. Oh man, does anyone know like what possessed him to take the vehicle?
It was probably he probably seen the keys to the fucking U.S. government issued lock and was like,
He made the mistake of handing the map to the LT.
God. Oh man. Well, I do know that Nottoway County is expected to be filing charges of unauthorized use of a motor vehicle against Lieutenant Joshua Yabut, who is the individual that decided to take a little joyride. We haven't done a joyriding news story in quite a while.
the last one we done that I remember was the lady that pulled the pool thing behind her car or on top of her car. Or whatever. That's the last one I remember.
That was hilarious too.
See, it would have been even better if it was like, you know, what we done back in the day in our own fucking yard. But no, this bitch had to go out on the fucking highway.
I know.
She's one of those people that probably rode in the back of the truck when she was little, but had to stand up on the freeway and be a fucking dumbass and ruin it for us.
Yep. Oh yeah. Isn't it great? Isn't it great? And then finally, this is one of those weird things, but apparently Vermont is looking for more people in their state, mainly because, I don't know why, but Vermont will pay people $10,000 to move there and work remotely. So if anyone is looking for a job to work from home, go ahead and look in Vermont and sign up to see if you qualify for this.
How long do I actually have to
bonus.
live there?
Yes, you would have to live in Vermont.
But for how long? Isn't that where Bernie Sanders was from?
Yes, that is where he's from.
Well, I feel enough burn, and I don't want to feel more when I go there, so fuck that shit. Fucking napalm it, make them feel the fucking burn.
And actually the qualifications, here's your qualification. To be eligible, a worker must be a full-time employee for an out-of-state business, work primarily from home or a co-working space in Vermont, and become a full-time resident on or after January 1st.
Because they want that out-of-state tax money.
And so you will get $10,000 to move there. Yep.
That doesn't sound very Bernie Sanders-like.
Well, I mean, he has decided that we should just give jobs to government jobs to anyone who can't find a job.
Yeah, because if everybody works for the government, who the fuck's going to pay the government?
I know, right?
Oh, that's right. All the rest. Yeah. We're going to have to start taking over other countries so their people can pay taxes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's great. So there you have it. So if you want $10,000, apply to move to Vermont and work from home for an out-of-state business. There you go.
Wunderbar.
And that's all the news I have for you today.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Oh,
Six
right.
had sent me something for the news, but when I did some research, it's like way, way old news.
Fake news?
No, it's not necessarily fake news. It's just old news, and it's kind of stupid. So
it's like from back when Larry Bird was still sinking three-pointers.
Right. Exactly. So there you have it.
Well, since that is the end of your chunk, this is the news with Google. DV Recoil. If you don't want to hear Google's fucking shit that's in the fucking news at the last fucking minute, where can you go to be anonymous and peruse everything in anonymity?
Well, I will warn you ahead of time, Google is there. But you can head on over to our forum at dvbarracks.com, and that's our private forum. It's to get you off of Facebook, away from friends, family, coworkers, everybody else that you might have on your friends list at Facebook. When you just want to be open and honest and talk with some brothers and sisters, head over to dvbarracks.com and join our forum. Once you create an account using either your email or you can use your Facebook login, you can go to the top right corner of your screen and click on your profile. You can change your picture to any picture you want to use, change your name to any call sign that you want to use, and then you're free to peruse all the categories over there on the forum at dvbarracks.com. There's your usual typical DV fuckery that you would expect, but then there's also my personal favorite section, which is the peer support section, and that's brothers and sisters like you and me looking out for brothers and sisters like you and me. So if you haven't already, head on over to dvbarracks.com.
That's the DV forum at dvbarracks.com. Go set up now, right now. Okay, really quick, Google. I just got asked in chat, are the DV farm coins out of stock?
Yes. We're working on it.
They're working on it. We're working on it, yo.
Working on it, man. We gotta pay the mafia. We gotta pay the Russian mob, alright? What?
It has nothing to do with the coins.
Okay, go to mydvstore.com right now, and if you won't, you can get, oh my God, why is everything popping up on me? Thank you, Microsoft. I love you. And if you won't, you can get a Father's Day gift pack. Choose any mug, t-shirt, or hat for just $45. Only $45. And you get to choose any mug, t-shirt, or hat for Father's Day. That's all one big fucking gift pack for Father's Day. Just put in the code Big Daddy. That's one word, Big Daddy, at checkout. That's not Sugar Daddy. That's Big Daddy. That's mydvstore.com. Check out all of our new stuff, like shit on my colors and I'll shit on your car and all that other stuff that gets banned from Facebook because of libtards. Anyway, go to go to smile.amazon.com. Make DV Farm your charity of choice. A portion of your shopping cart goes directly to the DV Farm when you check out. No hidden fees or extra costs. And like I said, everything goes to DV Farm. That's smile.amazon.com. Make DV Farm your charity of choice. Head over to Twitter at DV_DV Radio. Follow us. Tweet with me. I make some people pissed off like I done the other week because I brought up that stupid video game and was like, what's wrong with active shooter? And he was like, if you can't figure out why active shooter's a bad game, you're a fucking retard or whatever. And I was like, dude, it sounds like you are. He never replied back to my tweet. Obviously, he's a retard. Anyway. Go to YouTube, Dysfunctional Veterans and DV Radio. Be sure you subscribe and hit the little bell icon so you can be notified when we put up a new video. We are in the works with some individuals to put up some videos, so please bear with us. And go to warriorservice.org and SOSRAband.com as we get ready to end tonight's show because we're going to be playing one of David Libby's, the host of Contraband, right here on dvradio.net, songs from his last In Distress SOSRA album. Anybody, do you have anything? Recoil.
As always, be safe and keep looking out for each other, fuckers.
Google.
Can I tell you what I should have
Oh
said
my God.
earlier, but I
Yes.
wasn't here during the farm update and
Go-
Six didn't ask me?
Go ahead, DB6. Or Google.
So yesterday I was at the barn and one of the horses, he kept like shaking his head and trying to scratch his head. So I went and scratched his ear, and oh my God, out of each ear individually, there were like 200 of those little fucking gnats that came out. It was gross. It was the grossest thing ever. So this is why we have fly masks for horses. Don't let the gnats get in the ears. But
Well,
it was like, right.
I thought we were ending the show, but apparently she wanted to go on to a new topic.
Well, no, that's all I wanted to say. So, there you go. There you have it. Have a good weekend. And we'll see you next week.
And Mr. DV Oink, our special guest and one of our recurring DV Radio donators. Would you like to say anything to these assholes that's listening to us live or on the podcast?
I think Rico's already summed it up. Keep looking out for one another, and yeah, let's keep this thing going.
Out fucking standing, even though I'm sitting right here on my couch in this recliner because it's a side recliner on the couch. Anyway, iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, wherever you listen to your podcast, please rate us, put in comments, do whatever you can, get the word out there so we can start getting some sponsors in for our radio, DB Radio right here, instead of you guys having to pay it and we having to pay it. We can make assholes pay for it, with all those big fucking dollars. You know what I'm saying? Cha-ching, motherfucker, cha-ching. Anyway, go share it. Do it. Go do it now. Anyway, we got to end the show. I'm sorry. We'll be back next week. I got to go. Bye-bye. Fuck suckers.
Hit us up on Facebook and Twitter.
That's all, folks. Goodbye, motherfucker!
DV Radio.
We're done. You can stay, but we're not going to be here. Bye-bye. Fuck suckers.